What is up? We are back playing Victoria 3. We are playing as Egypt right now, and I did a little bit behind the scenes in between our last session and this one. Namely, I put in a ton of new import routes and export routes, which we can see and we're going to talk about, and I also expanded the building queue quite large. And so we're going to talk about both of these before we proceed. Also, just in terms of like what's going on. Oh, I think I might have also declared war on them. They'll be quick to fall, and we will finish uniting Arabia pretty soon here. But to the important export routes and why I'm doing them. I'm just going to explain all of them, and then I'm going to talk about the buildings a little bit, because I think that it's kind of a worthwhile discussion to have in regards to inputs. So, first of all, we've been importing a ton of iron the entire game, just an absolute enormous amount. I added a couple new routes, or I added, let's see, no, I didn't add, we added routes earlier in order to diversify a little bit, but our entire industry runs on foreign iron, and the reason we are importing from so many different sources is because we are really trying to tank the price of iron in our market. Currently, no one is importing from us. If they did that, then we would have to reevaluate and maybe start getting rid of some of the less productive trade routes. But this makes all of our industries much more productive that consume iron, and we don't have to worry as much about our own iron industries not being profitable. People are importing almost every type of, or like a ton of different types of goods from us, finished goods at least. 3 routes that we just added, some hardwood. Nope, this was already here before. Oh no, we put in a new import route for hardwood from Bulgaria, I think. And then fertilizer. We are exporting fertilizer. And the big reason for exporting fertilizer is, okay, these trade routes actually aren't that productive and they'll increase in level. But if we go to the buildings tab and go to our food industries, we'll see that they are currently making liquor and groceries. Now, we could prioritize just grocery production and they'd be more productive. Or what we could do is we could export. Overall, this patent still is a more productive method. The problem is our pops don't consume any liquor because we have a bunch of Muslims that is taboo for Muslims. But what we can do is we can export all of our liquor to make our food industries much more profitable. And then we will get cheaper groceries domestically as a consequence of this because we can build more food industries while still having them remain profitable. Okay. Let's go back to our market tab. So we added fertilizer, and a big part of what we're looking for is like there's kind of 2 distinctions or things to think about when thinking about what we're exporting, and that is we're exporting when there's 2 different output goods. It's often good to export one of them to make the other one cheaper, and then the second thing is we are importing inputs. So coal would be worth importing. Because it's an input. Notably, Russia's importing a lot of coal from us, and so we could embargo them if we wanted to. This would be something, I don't think it's worth the influence, but we could. Coal is an important input in our market. Notably, if we take a look here, we are paying a lot in subsidies, and we are subsidizing mainly the railroad, a little bit for the Suez Canal. And an input for railroads is coal, so if you make the inputs cheaper, the subsidies will go down. Their furniture is getting imported from us. Not a lot, I don't think. Yeah, that's level 10. Actually, quite a bit of furniture is getting imported from us, which is unfortunate. We could, again, embargo Russia. And then glass, ironclads I think a lot of ironclads are getting imported from us. Notably, this makes it really cheap. So we are producing a lot of ironclads. This makes our steamers really cheap because people are so willing to buy our ironclads because there's 2 outputs. So that makes domestic steamer use a lot cheaper for us, which we eat a lot of. Let's see. Not in government. Goods for government buildings. So we spend 10k on steamers. We don't eat too much steamers, but we eat a little bit. Sulfur is being imported from us, again from Russia. Maybe we should embargo Russia here. But the big one is we're exporting liquor now, and these will go up, and these will be insanely profitable. People are importing from us. Those aren't our routes. People are importing ammo from us. Again, not our routes. And I think the last import, we started 2 more imports. Fabric, we started importing fabric, and we're just doing this to drop the price of fabric to make our clothes industries more profitable, and because we don't care too much if our own domestic cotton industry isn't all that profitable. And then we also started importing some softwood, and the reason is largely the same. We're just trying to make our base inputs cheaper to make all of our industries more profitable, so we can export the created goods, which everyone is importing the created goods from us. Not at super high levels necessarily, but so thought I'd just give a brief explanation for that. And we go through the buildings tab. We are producing. I added a whole ton of stuff, so it'll take quite a while to get through all of it. We can take a quick scroll through a lot of food industries, because I'm expecting, now that we are exporting all the liquor, that these will be insanely profitable. Kind of a smattering of a bunch of things. Probably want to put more steel in there, but we could wait. A lot of engines. We're notably not doing more arms. And then a ton of power, because we want to turn on new production methods that use power. So we will unpause and let things go. We currently have 2 wars that are about to pop. One is we are helping Wales against their rebellion, because the game stopped being bugged out. We're also importing fish to make our food industries more profitable, because fish is a pretty big input. And another thing we did is we started incorporating Diyarbakir. This is probably actually not correct, just because it's mainly just coal here. But we wanted to do it just because I wanted to have, just incorporate everything that was Arabic or whatever, for a more themey reason. If I was looking to min-max, I think I don't do that because this is mainly just a giant coal mine for us. But okay. And we finish the Suez Canal thing. Let's take a look at our journal. So in order to get hegemony, we need 2 alliances. I hope. Maybe that's just it. We just need the 2 alliances. I would hope it's more than that. Looks like this war is gonna pop. Should be rather short. Yeah, I really don't like that you can't have multiple diplomatic action things at once. It makes, incorporating these really small states pretty annoying. And also, this should get resolved where if they are both too poor to have a single unit, then nothing happens. To have or mobilize or whatever. Yeah, it looks like Croatia's gonna have a pretty good comeuppance. Should we embargo Russia? They're importing stuff we don't want them to import. And we have a rivalry. They don't have a treaty port. But why can't we embargo them? Oh, they do have a treaty port with us. Got it. I forgot about this. In Hokkaido, we had to give it up. That is obnoxious. Okay, so we... Interesting. Also not sure why we still have this civil war when we gave them their own nation because we didn't want it. Running a huge surplus now. It's kind of beautiful to see this for a standard of living map. I think we probably should fight Russia again at some point. We should maybe start building up more of a military, actually. We'll put it at the end of the queue, so it'll be a while before it kicks in, but... We are currently researching steam turbine. That might not even be the best. We're pretty excited about this one coming in, I think. Construction building throughput. Yeah. What does telephone require? Electronics industries require rubber, tools, iron, and lead. Anyone importing tools from us? If someone's importing tools from us, it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to lower the price. Yeah. China is. Kind of want a trade agreement with China. Would love for them to not hate us so much. We're doing a lot of trade with them. Let's look at our diplomatic actions we can take. Can we take rivalries? Yeah, who can we rival? Yeah, they don't like us very much. We still have a pretty high infamy. It's coming down though. Having a lot of excess Diplo kind of helps us with that a little bit. Assume we've been successful on both of our fronts. Perhaps we should make more construction centers. Oh no, wait, I already had a bunch in the queue. Okay. So now that they're no longer at war, Wales, we should be able to do stuff with them diplomatically. Right? And why can't we make you into a protectorate? What is the reason? They need to be at peace. Are you still at war with your... Is this actually bugged? This is just bugged. I mean, maybe it'll change. I don't know. Alright, who are we bankrolling? Bulgaria. We'll change to our customs union. Excellent. More resource discovery checks. And construction center throughput. Love to see it. So that was Bulgaria. We also have this with Chile. Now, can we make you a protectorate? How close are we? I wonder if having an alliance gives you a bonus to that. They're not particularly close. What about Algeria? Closer. They need to be at peace, and they are at war with a revolutionary Wales that has no territories, so they cannot be occupied. Yeah? Is that the situation? Is that the state of affairs we have? Whoa. What's this about? Much larger investment pool transfer, maybe? Interesting. I'm trying to bring the price of power down quite a lot. We have a huge queue. A lot of it's grain as well. Oil's discovered somewhere. Basara. So I think Basara had it before, yeah, so it's just more oil. Well, great, we could use coal-fired power plants now. So, power is about to get very cheap. So we can research tier 4 stuff. I think this will be pretty strong. Alternatively, we could just go for phones. Right? I don't think it's we're getting any of this. Bolt action is one of the things for completing our journal entry, though. Also Dreadnought, but I don't think those texts are as useful overall. Could go for pasteurization, that wouldn't be terrible. We do have a bunch of farms. I think I like this to try and make steel cheaper. Okay, we have a pretty big bureaucratic shortfall. We are going to kick something to the top. Has to be super populated in Yemen as well. And we are going to take a look at railways. Yeah, you're not producing one, so we'll make you producing one. You're not producing one, you're going to make two. And just kind of adding them where we see issues. Oh, you know what we need to research? That's what electric railways. To help with this infrastructure business. Okay. Running huge surplus. Can we decrease taxes? We could. Should decrease radicals. Taxes aren't high. Could also get rid of consumption taxes. Which are notably bringing in quite a lot of money. People pay a pretty high proportion of services for their salaries, but services are really cheap for us. I think it's mainly just chill. Unless we can tell Russia, hey. Now, why do we not have a casus belli to take our treaty port back? Hadokate is okay. And that just gives us infamy. We can't. There's no reconquest. There's a casus belli. Let's see. Diplomatic plays. Return state. I guess not. Okay, so if we wanted to do that war with them, we would face Russia, Persia, the Great Qing, and no one would be likely to help us. Probably can't do that war. What we can do is dramatically increase the amount of construction centers we have, although add like a memeingly high amount as well, where we can't add any more there. You know, like it's kind of just a pain to add to the queue enough. Someone is importing. Wait, someone added an export route? Oh, that's nice. Someone's importing engines. Okay. I feel like I finished a tech and I didn't do the things. We finished steam turbine. Got it. So we got to start changing the power plants over, but we're not going to flip them all over because we learned our lesson. We got to find and turn over them gradually. Now this will be less productive, and we'll use more coal and engines. So we really got to make coal and engines. But let's see what's cheap in our market now. Man of wars are really expensive. We don't use these for anything, do we? No, we don't. And we got some regulatory bodies. Okay. Energy's still expensive. Interesting. Do we have we have to be making sugar in that giant queue we made. Right? Only 7 though. We could add a bunch more. I know some of, we are also getting sugar from, like, fruit production, so, like, that's not the whole story. Oh, we can also make, like, some down here. Alright. And then we had those at the top. You know what it is all the new grocery things. I forget groceries also inputs it. And we'll kick that to the top, kick that to the top, that to the top. Make another one in Dongla, that way I think you get like, you get better connection if it's all, they all have to be the same level. I actually need to read where that... I remember the dev saying something, but I don't know exactly how the effect works. So, but we are also working on electric engines. Alright, I think we can switch over some more without imploding our market. Obviously it's making them less profitable, but it is increasing energy. But it is demanding more. Wow, we are just trying to really build through our queue, so it's difficult to keep up. So I think steel and engines. Transjordan, Baghdad, Hale. We're gonna send we're gonna put all those on auto expand. But you're not hiring. So it's probably not. We gotta bring down the price of some of this stuff. But we're not. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Everything's like balanced. But even still, we like making more buildings anyways because we're gonna get economy of scale bonuses even if they're not fully employed. Alright, where's this uprising? check the colonial lens. Okay. Yankee people. Some Yanks. Ooh, we were running a big government admin deficit. Alright. Should take care of that. I think it's because we added regulatory bodies. Increasing home affairs currently. Don't think there's any other things we want. Oh, private health system maybe? Private healthcare? Doesn't do anything, but it makes the industrialists happy. I think that's probably not worth the admin then. Oh, what is this? Gonna offer me something? Maybe? Alright. Let's check on Wales's war with themselves. Obviously having some problems here. We're actually going to declare neutrality. We'll let them beat up the natives. What is this? Oh, that's our war. And this is Montenegro. Just communist Montenegro. Okay. Why can we not just fight them? They're a protectorate. Oh, because we have a diplomatic play. We currently have a diplomatic play ongoing, and it's an uprising, so it's not within our control. Pretty not fun. Okay, we're gonna take a look at what railways, where we need railways. I think we are damaging relations, yeah, so we can declare war on them soon. Almost have all of... I'm curious to see if there's an event. We get telephone method, but we don't have the telephone method, so it doesn't matter. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Probably import wood from Brazil, so we're going to take a look at that. And we have no demand for that hardwood. We don't have too many more convoys available, so maybe we stop with the new routes. looks like we're gonna get cut off from Bartos at some point. But we have enough of the Congo that I think we're chilling. We still have bureaucratic admins about to finish. Did we just put too much stuff on top of them? Or are we really just eating? Okay, we're gonna make more bureau admins. Probably a little overkill. I'd rather be way over than under or whatever. And now we're running a surplus, even though we didn't finish our... Maybe our building's finished and they just hadn't become populated yet. We're fine with that though. Actually, I don't think we want to declare war on Tripoli. We are having some infamy problems anyways, so it makes sense that we just kind of want to more so chill than do that. I think. We could just finish the ledger things. I just don't think it's correct, like, objectively or whatever. See, we just, like, we get an event, which is they start a rebellion that requires nothing for us to put down, and then we can't declare war for, like, 2 years because of this. Because we have to, well, first we occupy them and then we have to wait for the countdown, you know, it's like, okay, I guess. We have a lot of universities finishing, so we're probably going to need a lot more paper. That's gonna cut it. We're gonna put 3 more down in Crete at the top, and maybe that'll cut it. I'm gonna see what's expensive in our market. Although we have a pretty big queue to get through. What's cheap is, well, steamers are real cheap. We could sell steamers, I suppose, but I think we want them cheap because we're consuming them. Like, we want fabric and furniture cheap. We got it. We want fabric cheap. The meat's like whatever, we could have it cheaper and expensive. Yeah, we have like a lot of the stuff that we want cheap is cheap. What, gold is exactly gold's price? No way. I'm expecting to turn on the infrastructure in Lower Egypt first. So, or the railways. They are going to get a huge hulking bonus. Okay, so now we have Rwanda. So now we can declare another war as we see fit. We want to get this Arabian Peninsula. Yes, we had to be scrolled out. We can't make a diplo play. Why? don't have... They have poor relations with us, and can't go to war with civil war countries, so we have to conquer Bahrain. But Bahrain... Okay. Let's just take a look at Bahrain. I think they might be... Yeah, they don't like us. So we're gonna... Yeah. We're gonna have to land them too. Now, I think I saw something about us needing a general. Oh, Japan HQ. Guy died. Okay. I guess we kind of like the defensive guy for Japan. And then I will expand the military some more. Just because we gotta fill up the queue, and we're now making so much money that I think it's objectively correct to just keep expanding our construction queue, but I don't even know if I want to have the big construction queue that big. Like, kind of annoying. Let's make sure we're incorporating these guys. Good thing we checked. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Persia joined? We could puppet Persia. Don't hate that. Could ban slavery in Persia. Kind of like that. Because we have a lot of infamy and we want to decrease it anyways. So let's see here. Going there. And then do we have anyone else in Anatolia? We have. Okay. Can we add anything worthwhile? We can just make them ban slavery, I guess. We can take war reps. And then regime change in Persia. That gives infamy. Any states we think would be cheap that have stuff we want? Probably won't. Take the rest of this state. Don't really want in. Tempted to make them change their Well, that takes no infamy. And banning slavery takes no infamy, so we'll do all those. I hate when you're scrolling down through this thing, the side ones will kick you to the bottom of when you're trying to manage these guys. So we will just leave the Japan guys at home and mobilize everyone else. And the Anatolian guys, we want they're about to have a very rough time. Actually, what the hell? We'll mobilize him too. Okay, and then we will take a look at our market prices. Furniture, luxury furniture is expensive, rubber is expensive, tools. So we could do something about the tools. Can also do stuff about the rubber. Yeah. They're all set to auto expand, but Equatoria might not have gotten the message. Automobile prices are going up. I wonder if we can switch more of that industry over. And they'll get more employment. Yikes, the employment's so bad. Do we just not have enough qualifications? We are making hand over fist. We could just do more unis again. I'm no longer going to deal with infrastructure overflow, considering we're about to finish this. We're just going to turn it on where it's at for those. I think this is their capital, yeah. We're about to have a ton of excess bureaucracy, so we can survey. Well, more sugar plantations as well. Just a little quick bit. Modena. I'm just going to declare neutrality. Don't want to mess with it. Oh, we forgot we need someone to land them here. Okay. And also forgot that we need the Navy. I like this guy more. I think we gotta promote him. We will use this guy to navally invade Bahrain. Just pick one. And now we have... I think we still have to build it. No. Do we have an event? Oh, can we say build 2 skyscrapers? I thought you could only build 1. I'll put it at the top of the queue. Oil rush subsidies. Okay. We can almost survey the Panama. Public motor carriages. implement those everywhere? Probably still gonna even need more railway here, but... Alright, so now we have electric railroad, I think, right? It's gonna give a whole lot more transportation. Let's do telephone, I guess. And then... Here, let's watch the war at least, but mainly focus on the other stuff. Not that stuff. Alright, I think it allowed some rural options for this. In theory, I think we want the plantations that are out in our colonies to be publicly traded and the other ones to be... Yeah, let's do that. Rail log carts. Refrigerated. Does use more transport. We want to drive the price of transport up. So we're going to do it. Alright. Now, we have to start turning on the coal-fired plants. And then we have to mix that with... Ooh, what can you do now? Electric engines. This is going to be a big switch. Going to make a lot more engines, use a lot more electricity. We're going to do that in a couple, and now we can turn on a lot more electricity, I think. I don't think we can press the everywhere button yet. And we are having employment problems. So we don't want to be switching that one. We want to be switching power plants. We're having employment problems, so I think what we need to do is start enacting stuff that is going to make people unemployed for a little bit. So we've been holding off on using a lot of things that make people unemployed, but since we're having difficulty employing people, we're going to start turning on some of these, like, we already have assembly lines, but so we're going to turn on assembly lines here. We're just going to creep that forward, and some of the just labor saving ones. Now, I know it's a matter of having the competent ones, but can't do the airship mooring post. Okay, so I think the demand for electricity should be high enough that we could switch all of them over now. I'm just gonna cause a little bit of pain. But now, can't switch them all to electric engines. usage more. No. Is the market flooded with engines now? It seems to be. Engines have gotten much cheaper. Can we then use some of these for tractors? Yes. Okay. Let's take the throughput. And I think... Nope, everyone's on the front. Let's see. We are going to start using Steam Donkey everywhere. The reason being is we need people, we need more laborers. So regrettable. The war has been going on in the background at a decent pace. I think we're in okay shape. I think we need to check our market prices though. Tools, hardwood. Electricity has gone down a little bit, but we're using a lot more now. Okay, tools and hardwood. And then we have a lot of those queued up. Now, time to take a look at infrastructure. Because a lot of places are going to have low market access. Sinai. Then we turn on electric railways, right? No, not this. Electric trains. Which are going to use more engines. Perfect. Then Tunisia. Electric trains. Kasai. Electric trains. Probably need a couple more though. Western Australia. Electric train. And also the annex Bahrain. Fantastic. A couple of these. Electric trains. How to give our electric trains. I think we already handled. Yeah, we're building another one as well. Here, electric trains. And Congo Oriel. Electric trains. Perfect. Okay, so now that has increased the demand for engines. How do things look? Transportation is becoming more expensive still, which is good. That's what we want. Engines are cheap, I think. Yeah. What else do we need to bring down? Sugar's like a big one. Where are our sugar plantations? Where are my eyes? I don't know why we have a motor industry here. It's not good. They're making cars though, which are less productive. Okay. have all the labor saving things on. We're still having difficulty employing. Oil. Can't change this right now, but if we changed everything to motorized reconnaissance, I think we could make automobiles profitable. And then, if automobiles are more profitable, then we can switch to the later method and drive down the price of engines, which will make railways cheaper. We don't have to pay as much subsidies. Pasteurization, livestock, fishing, whaling. Livestock, fishing, whaling. I think we could probably change these over entirely. Livestock, fishing and whaling. Just refrigerated storage would use less transportation, which isn't what we want. So we're not going to use that much PM. We're slapping around Persia. I'm going to get money for doing it. Infamy is going down. Then we're going to start a war with Bahrain. Formerly the Bahrainian Revolution. I'm going to add them to our... Oh, they're already incorporated? Interesting. Oh, I guess when we do the Egyptian Conquer Arabia thing, it does that. Okay. Let's see if people are willing to do stuff with us now. Good old Wales is still at war with themselves. Fancy, fancy bug. So I'm going to stop bankrolling them. And just kind of forget about them. Now, can we make you into a protectorate, Chile? You will not accept. Getting closer. What's this? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So we've liberalized Persia a little bit. I'm not too happy about it, but okay. Wow. Persia's barely, they're paying us less than Greece. We are for sure gonna be helping out Tunis in this, but before we do that, we should start the war here. Because once we're at war, we won't be able to. And we have a huge, we gotta build more stuff. Okay. Well, first of all, let's continue turning on the electric trains. Hejaz. Electric train. Kasai. Make another train. Hail electric train. Which just adds a ton of infrastructure. Hokkaido, electric trains. And then now, what's expensive in our market? I think electricity. Oil's expensive. Oil's automatically expanding. I'm gonna make more electricity stuff. More power plants. Now what brings the most revenue? That is local. start with these ones. And then those are diligently expanding on when they auto-expand. Let's check to see if we can establish any colonies here. We can. Just connecting everything through the railways. I think we have on auto-expand on a bunch of things, but yeah. Definitely want it regional for that one. Monitor. I don't think Algeria is planning on offering us anything now. So we're actually going to turn on monitors, I think. Right? It's going to cost us 10,000. That's kind of trivial at this point. Can you offer us an obligation now? Because we absolved you. No? Alright. Have a front? They don't. Another one. What the what is this? Revolutionary Greece. Again? Just send an Anatolian to deal with this. And we are gonna need more stuff. Don't really know if coffee's good or if these are the good places to build it, but just kind of trying to keep the game going along. Because we have a construction queue that's just too massive. We constructed a skyscraper touching the sky. Rawr. Alright. Silk, I think, was actually getting expensive. Dyes are probably going to get expensive at some point. We'll actually try and put a bunch out in our colonies. That's what they're especially good for. Now we can use the airship mooring production method. Yay. Yay. Let's... Oh, where's our skyscraper? Yay, Zeppelin. Okay. Yeah, you better be freaking uncertain. Which one is this? Spain. Interesting. Now let's see if we can land this baby. They have no front with Algeria, so nor do I think they're going to try and... We shouldn't immobilize this guy, actually. Because it's going to be this thing where we can't navally evade them, they can't navally evade us. And it's just pure sadness. I guess we'll try to do Alasia. Isn't Rauf Zulkar? Oh, I think he's the guy. Marut Tika. Alright, and then we'll expand steel, because I don't know why not, I guess. Looking to abuse economies of scale, even if we're not hitting full employment, which we're not. Can we make you a protectorate? Chile was kind of almost on board with it before, yeah. I don't think we're gonna get these guys Diplo-ly. Do we not have guys on the front? Oh, it's already occupied. Okay, sure. Do we have any fronts? Oh, this is the naval invasion. It's not going very well. They never do. Just doesn't use all of our guys. They have this huge malice. It, like, never works. And it's really not going to work if he's, has all his guys at home. I think if all of his guys are, like, somewhere on a front, then it becomes easy to navally invade. But if they're all at home, then they get the home defense, and so... But... he is just gonna lose, since we have the Wargle, he's gonna tick down faster. But we're gonna be stuck in this war a little while. But that's fine, we didn't want him to puppet it. So I guess we just focus on our own thing, like our economy. Porcelain is getting really expensive, heckin' expensive. I know there's a couple places that produce specifically porcelain. Is this one of them? It is. I'm just gonna kick it up to 40. Oh, I guess I'm kicking it up to 50. That's fine, I guess. We will, make these electric, if they're not, in anticipation of having severe issues on that front. And we're not making a ton of money now, so that's nice. Front. Did Algeria get landed? Algeria did get landed. Hot damn. So that means we're gonna move everyone but the guy we are trying to. Land. And the Japanese guy. The guy who we are trying to land, we will continue to try and land with. Got 3 wars going on, and this one he'll just capitulate soon, and we'll have all of Arabia then. This one we will retry, an invasion. Why can't you naval invade? Okay, Alright, let's find a place that doesn't have too many barracks or whatever. Well, I think they're all mobilized. Let's try this one. And we are gonna... take everyone and have this guy advance the front. Okay, cool. So we're trying to drop everyone on there. Still not expecting it to go well. Naval invasions do not seem to go well ever, 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 ever. And now we have substantive expenses. What is costing us so much? Construction goods? Ah, yes. We have like no temporary, we have no investment pool transfer because you don't pay for electric stuff, right? It's the big one. Okay. I'm gonna try and add some more of this. Millet farms, I guess. Gonna take a look at infrastructure needs. So we're gonna look at Basara, Mosul, and here, and see if we can turn on Basara, Mosul. And here. I'm completely blanking on... Ah yes, I wanted to check and see if we can make Arabia or something. Freedom of thought, what do we need? We need a level 3 arts academy that's profitable. Okay, well let's upgrade your arts academy to 3. Well, I don't think it'll be profitable. Which will be patronage. And then we have to add a whole bunch of electronics industries, starting with now I wish we could see unemployment. But let's just look at peasants instead. And any place we know is not, where's Basra? I think Basra is a colony. Tunisia's not. But they have infrastructure problems. Yemen is not. Syria's not. Najd is not. Well, now they don't have peasants. Alright, what are we researching now? Radio. Maybe? Maybe plastics. Let's do one of the techs we need for this. Let's do the bolt action rifle. And okay, we've actually been playing quite a while. So I will... I want to finish defending their honor. We have a front here with a bunch of guys, so we will send them there. The new guys here, here. Now I know we have Really wish it said where they were from. I think that should be good. I wish we could have demanded more from Spain. But we're going to get out of these 2 wars and then call it... still have a massive construction queue. And now we're making a ton of money again. Yeah, we're like straight vertical. GDP's not close, doubling the next guy down. Standard of living not close. Notably, cannot make him into a protectorate because he's still at war with himself, with the non-existent province. So, there's that. It's like all transfer, but maybe we want to enact... I don't know what we want to do. We want to get more people in our nation, so we have to expand our... We need to get really high pop countries somehow into our trade network. Maybe we could do that with Japan. Get them into our market. I think we will need some more arms industries though, and munitions. Where will make the most money? Sinai, Palestine. Alright, I'll buy it. And then arms industries. And are you having issues despite being electric? No, you're not electric. Forgot we added 40 glass industries in Palestine. Probably don't need these munition plants there. Probably need a couple universities there. Probably just need more universities in general, I think. Qualifications seem to be the problem, so well, actually just every place that's not a colony, we're just gonna try and crank up to 5. Which of course, okay, actually this is probably excessive. Whatever. We're just gonna add 1 to all the other ones. A couple to Tunis. Okay. I don't think we've integrated this, incorporated it. Could we take 5 years? Version. Okay. It's already incorporated. We can notably survey the Panama. huge demand for paper, actually, once that education stuff goes through, so... Oop, did not mean to make them there. The thing moves, I think. Ooh, but we could make furniture here. Alright, so... who has poor market access? Aleppo and what is that? Transjordan and Yemen? So let's turn on electric trains. Transjordan, electric trains, and Yemen. Aleppo. Where's Aleppo? There it is. Why don't we expand your little military? Cabal? Is that not here? Where's the barracks? Oh, is it in Adana? Okay. I mean, we'll win this eventually. We can do a free government reform. And, don't need to, do anything. And take a look at our market. We want to finish these 2 wars, but this session has gone on quite long. And hardwood is being a little sticky. Coal is being exported from us. I think, the luxury furniture we could, well, I think that's just our pops being picky, but I think we're importing hardwood, the coal's being imported from us. Yeah. We're taking in hardwood, but part of it's losing. Okay. So to some extent, like, we can't depress the price anymore, but then iron is expensive and no one's importing it from us. So now when the queue empties, all of these will grow by 1, but low market access, Crete, Tunisia, and one place, whatever it's called. Crete, Tunisia. And I think we're getting to the point, yeah, where we're and we gotta bring down the price of electricity. This is how we're gonna get these railways cheaper. Freedom of thought completed. Oh, university, definitely. Egypt gets migration permanent or prestige for 5 years? Come on. Is that a question? to increase consumption of like a lot of goods somehow. I'm gonna add a lot more arms industries, I think. I know they're not profitable, but maybe they'll be profitable eventually. Hey Algeria, we just helped you out a lot. You wanna... No, you don't. I don't understand who can cause a civil war. Who's a secession? Swahili, you already got your piece. I'm just gonna fix these things real quick. Equateur. Might need one for one good measure. Tunisia, we're already fixing. Okay, so this episode we had a couple of fights. We fought against Persia, we fought against Spain to preserve Algeria's independence. I think in the coming games, we're gonna look to slap Russia back and take back our Hokkaido Treaty port so we can embargo Russia. I think maybe something like that. We have started to generate a lot more radicals. We could actually definitely drop taxes now. Because we're running a huge surplus, and normally I would just expand construction, but we're having a hard time keeping our construction going as it is, and we are also starting to like get to the point where we're not fully employing buildings. Although this is a poor example, this is also a poor example. This has to be a good example. Yeah, so like we're building more of these, and it's just well, they're not profitable at all. Wow, that's hugely unprofitable. That's just actually because all our troops stood down. This is a bad example. It's actually very nice that that'll rapidly wind up and wind down, but like we're having trouble getting employment here for this, and it's not profitable. Might be the price of iron being high, which is not what we want. Definitely, and lead's high too. I'm gonna add a couple more lead things to this situation. I'm just gonna add all those. Just gonna add all these too. And then they'll grow to fit. But we are making tons and tons and tons of money now, so we can kind of just do whatever we want. We should probably just finish these out and end the run or something like that, because we are like so insanely strong that we could also actually expand the military to actually be militarily strong. You know, we don't have the best military. As far as expanding the military goes, the best way to probably start about doing it would be by turning this on. And that would make it so we could turn on a lot more automobile manufacturers, which would decrease the price of engines, because it'd be making them more profitable. So we might actually just do that now, and turn on first aid. And then we're just gonna find the biggest couple, I think. Why are you not all using? Yeah. Okay. And here's the one we want. Make automobiles, you're gonna lose a ton of money. Because the demand for automobiles is not there yet. What about making a smaller one, make automobiles? Yeah, that'll be profitable. And Crete as well. Sure. So yeah, that's Great Qing versus Communist Landfang. But, so, I'm not sure what we'll do next time. We're just really big growing. Kind of just been chilling out because we don't want to get infamous. We completely, actually, this is pretty notable. We completely got the Arabian Peninsula and we can't form Arabia. I don't know how exactly the formables work. I don't see anything mentioning Arabia in here. We do have Arabia, though, successfully. Maybe we have to conquer these guys, but that's not kind of what we want to do, really. They're in a customs union. We might want to just expel them. Probably not, because we're sapping pops from any country that's in our customs union. Standard living should start, or sorry, the radical should start dropping as standard living continues to climb. Getting a lot of pops. Literacy rate should shoot up because we just like tripled the number of. I am sure we overbuilt on schools, but we built a ton. Just because, I don't know, government wages, universities are coming way up. We are going to have expensive paper in a hot minute. If we take a look, we're really trying to keep transportation expensive. It's nice that it's like stayed up. I wonder if, I'll check some of the PMs after I end the session. But anyways, if you like this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, have a good one.